Hey everyone, remember how I was saying that 12 and offset would be coming up? Yeah, I wasn't lying. We're already done with the setup. So yeah, King J, if you wanna introduce yourself and let's get into the run, because I'm super excited to see this.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. What is going on? My name's King J, Kingj0444. This is Hell of an Office. This game is kind of like Neon White if someone copied its homework and changed something a little bit just so it didn't get caught by the teacher. That's what I kind of like to explain this. It's like Neon White, but you're hell instead of heaven. And we're doing Hell Rush, which is kind of like White Rush, where we are just going to be doing all the levels back to back. It's a very quick category, no downtime. I have no idea how much I'm actually going to be speaking during this, but that's why I have two commentators. I have my boss, Satan herself. Hello.
Yes, hello. I am indeed featured in this game, and thus that makes this equal, if not better, to dev commentary. I am indeed the boss.
That's Satan right there, actually. Right here. And then I have someone who actually has worked in an office because I can't relate. This is CMM. How's it going, man?
Oh, hey. What's up?
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, anyhow. We had a bid war about which stapler we're gonna use, because if you don't know what Hell of an Office is, this game released out of early access late last year. It's really cool and very underrated. And it's basically like Neon White, but instead of cards, you use a stapler that causes explosions. So I believe the banana stapler one. Can you confirm that, Limey?
Yeah, so I just want to shout out real quick that, there's the basic stapler, diamond stapler, got nothing. Demon stapler one step up with 6. Unicorn stapler with 16, quite a big jump. Then banana stapler with $85.77. Clear fan favorite here. So yeah, you're using the banana stapler.
Yo, shout out to my viewers. If you have the emote, please put my banana emote in chat, please and thank you. Anyhow, that's from this game. Alright, perfect. So I think we're all set to go. There's 100 levels in this game. Before we start, though, I want to show off a glitch that I accidentally found, not too long ago. So this category was recently made for a bounty that was on speedrun.com. And I found out that if you tap space after you get to the first chapter, you can just do this and go to as far as you want. Really, we are in level negative 352. You can't actually select these or anything like that, but I figured it was cool to show. So yeah, you can go as far as you want. You can go to 1,000 and stuff like that. So yeah. But yeah, I think we're good to go. Like I said, it's going to be pretty much non-stop action, level after level. So let's go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So Hell of an Office, you can dash. And you can use a stapler. Not in the first 2 levels, but later we can. And that's where stuff is really going to get busy, or really fast, is once we get to level 3, it's going to go by really quick. And you just got to make sure you don't blink, basically. And now I'm going to move it on to my commentators, because that's all I can really say, because here we go.
Yeah, it's getting fast. So as you can see, this is kind of a rocket shooter situation where the stapler is actually very, very powerful and you kind of ricochet off of its blast. So this is our main form of movement we're going to be using through the rest of the game, although we're going to find different power-ups as we go that are going to increase our movement kit as well. You can also see that everything, and we do mean everything, has collision in this game pretty much, which means that, of course, you can go on the intended way, but we're going to be doing loads and loads of skips that rely on geometry that the level designers may or may not have intended.
And you'll never believe what the skips are named.
Okay, Play likes to make fun of me because I made a bunch, I'm the only one who does marathon runs of this game, and so I made a bunch of the names, and I just called the skips like umbrella skip or whatever you're rocketing off of. So also, that was a really hard level and I got that first try. That's a strat I recently learned. This is World 1. There are 10 worlds, 10 levels in each world. And the whole story and lore of this game is that you sign away your soul to the devil, to Satan himself. Not Satan herself. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry, boss. I'm sorry. And you have to work your way up the corporate ladder, you know, in hell, and you know, get your soul back.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a play on, you know, Dante's Inferno style 9 layers. There's going to be 9 layers of hell, and different sort of things are going to happen. The first level is standard hell. Now we're into a place with lots of cigarettes and stuff. It's kind of about, you know, the vices that you need to have to get through the workday, I guess, or something.
Or it's grandma's house, you know.
Yeah, or it's grandma's house. We're just in grandma's house. Yeah.
So true.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I should mention that this category is called Hell Rush. Like I said, it wasn't like a category until recently. We recently had a big SRC bounty, and that made it so that I'm not one of the top runners anymore because people grinded out this category a lot. But there is another category called Any Percent, which is, you know, any percent, and it's including the reason why this isn't any percent is because it doesn't include the story sections. There's sections where you have to like walk around and do office jobs and stuff like that. Anytime you see us enter an elevator or like ride down an elevator, that's where one of those intermission sections would have been. So we don't have to do that this time. This is more of like the speedrun category. So you're gonna see us just straight shot every single level all in one go. Also, this is highlighter skip. Everybody say highlighter, bylighter.
Highlighter, bylighter.
No, I refuse to say
That's wow. What do you have against lighters, man?
that. That's Zippo skip.
Right here we have this get gear up printer, very nice. As you can see, this run is just very quick. Like every level takes around, like at the most, they're gonna take 30 seconds. The last level is the longest, and it takes 1 minute. But most of them we can do in around like 5 to 10 seconds, and it's really quick.
I like to
You'll
point out.
sometimes see that Joey is blasting through paper. That is an ability that regular stablers definitely have.
Yeah, definitely. Try it out at home.
Yeah.
I can't believe this game is like real life accurate despite being in office hell, question mark.
True.
Life accurate.
Is
Based
now
This
on
game
a
is-
story.
for a quick plug?
Also, this game has a huge IL community. At the end of each level, you're seeing the IL leaderboards on the right side. And there's some people who literally just grind out one level non-stop, and that's why some of them are like extremely optimized. And you're also seeing these badges that I'm getting. Most of the time you're going to see me get diamond or gold. They're basically ranks, and that's something that you can work towards if you pick up this game, is trying to get all the diamond ranks, which are like the speedrun goal times. And I actually have all diamond ranks in this game, which means I am qualified to be good at this game on a marathon.
Is there time for a quick plug right now?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so I just want to mention real quick that we got a $5 donation from Ad, who says, "Hi Joey, hi Clay, hi Satan, hi Limey."
Hi,
Hi.
Hi.
also Clay...
And then
sorry, go ahead.
no, feel free to
Oh,
go.
I was gonna say, Clay likes to say that this game becomes more and more like Sonic the farther we go, because we have like
Correct.
these wind tunnels here, and yeah, I can kind of see it.
The dash rings.
And I also want to mention that with this run starting, we now have a new bid war for the next run, Super Mario Odyssey, whether or not we wear the boxer shorts. So, you know, if you in chat, like, going out of the way a little bit, you know, maybe Mario can wear some boxer shorts, or if you don't, you know, want that, maybe you can wear clothes and say, you can say, where's the boxer, where the shorts, the box, never mind.
You tried.
Yeah.
If you're just for some reason,
You get it.
That bit is over.
if you're really
Yeah, a new bit, everyone.
if you're really against boxers for some reason, you can show that off, I guess.
Donate to tell if you like boxers or briefs.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is I think Mario's a classy lady. I think he should wear some clothes.
True.
So
I don't think so.
That's crazy.
Not a sentence I thought I'd hear on No Click is Allowed today. That's a new one. Mario is a
also, I'm just realizing that the crosshair for this game is just like a
Yeah, it's a staple. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of really cool
Yeah, I
like
just realized that.
things in the background that are like cool to shout out and stuff like that. I cannot explain all of them. I want to shout out the devs though for being like super speedrun friendly, and not only that, just being like, you know, this game is like really addicting. I have 150 hours on this game, and that's lowballing it. There's people with like 2,000. It's insane. So now we are in chapter 4, which is Toxic Conference, which is basically like, come on, it's basically the same thing. It should just be called Toxic.
I'm just seeing bones and piss.
Yeah, that is true.
Are you allowed to say piss on stream, Clay?
Well, I think
he just
we're
did.
about to find.
I mean, this is like the end of my time on this marathon, so if I get banned now, then it's fine.
You know, that's a great thing to teach people. Also, this level, by the way, I'm streaming this at the lowest quality that no glitches will allow me to, and the reason why is because this chapter lags out my stream if I stream at anything over 30 FPS and 540p. I have a very high quality PC, everybody, ladies and gentlemen.
Good job on pencil skip.
Yo, thank you. I skipped off a pencil so good there. Look, I was willing to not bring up my bad naming conventions, but you just had to do it, okay? Like,
I think the skip names are really good. I would rather have like Umbrella Skip and Pencil Skip than whatever the tech Sonic community decides.
I was about to say Bofa Skip.
Yeah.
or you know what? You know who the
Because
worst?
of both of these boxes. Like, excuse me.
The worst.
Sorry.
The worst is when it's a Galaxy community with HBO Max. Okay, like.
Name your least favorite streaming service?
No, that's literally a name of a skip. I wish it was about streaming services. That would make sense.
I
We
think
don't
we
do
should send in
glitches here.
donations with the names being your least favorite streaming service. I think that's worth something. All I'm saying is, no, we have a bit more open, you know, for Mario Odyssey, the next run. A little urgent. This run's going by really fast. We're like 8 minutes in or something.
Yeah, this run goes by so quick.
Yeah. That's like
It really does.
almost halfway.
Which, by the way, this game, I'm gonna plug it right now. This game is $15 on Steam. I will 100% vouch that it's worth that $15. So, if this looks any amount of interesting to you, please check it out. Alright.
I am a little concerned about all the, like, rib cages in hell, but, you know.
You know what I'm concerned about? Why is Canada in hell?
No, yeah.
It's a little...
And your homing attack.
Have you considered that maybe the Leafs deserve it?
I'm sorry, did you say we deserve it?
I said maybe the Leafs deserve it.
Okay, that's fair. Now, see, that's understandable. Alright, this is a really tough skip. I need to
I'm
get
saying this as at least
barely
it's
enough
okay.
height here. Oh, barely to hit that. Nice. Okay, so we actually got...
Oh my god, was it Spire Skip?
That's nasty.
So we have a new... I'm gonna ignore what Clay said. We have a new power-up, which is the grapple hook. Or a tie, actually. It kind of looks like a tongue instead of a tie.
Homing attack.
So yeah, it's basically just a way to... Okay, I almost missed there. But it's grapple hook, basically.
I think this is like the highest quality I've ever seen this game.
That's crazy.
So usually when you use the like tie, it looks just like a blob, but now I can actually kind of tell it's a tie.
Also, that was like the most
gonna
speed
say
you ever
in-
see there. Holy.
I was gonna say real quick that, and it's okay if I'm like wrong in some of your eyes, but the animation of the tie coming out looks something straight out of Jazzpunk.
You can't see it.
You would say that, yeah.
Oh, Jazz Punky. Yeah, I run that game, so.
I was gonna say we're in
Authority.
we're in a call with two people who are very prone to jazz punk play. Okay, let's in.
Also,
I'm not.
Mr. Stapley does kind of give me jazz punk energy a little bit. He's the person we're seeing at the end of that.
Oh yeah, that's
By the way,
fair.
he's your boss.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my first death actually. That's kind of surprising that it took till chapter 5.
Yeah, pretty good.
All right, and
You're
there
in
you go.
sick gameplay here.
But the main thing to remember
so
with
fast, I didn't even
these...
realize you haven't died yet.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Oh yeah, but also the wonderful thing about this game is that it has a quick restart button, so if you know that you're gonna die, you don't have to wait to actually mess up. Like I said, this game's very much made for speedrunning, obviously.
Those ink pens definitely belong in hell.
Anyways, moving on.
Sorry, I'm just noticing the environment.
Welcome to What Deserves to Be in Hell with Clay.
Pink crayons. Or pencils or whatever.
Yeah, so this introduces the
Yeah.
fact that
I touch
anything...
those, by the way.
Yeah, anything pink kills you. Including protractors, which we'll see coming up here pretty soon.
You know what?
Yeah.
Okay, we're at the part where I have to do my protractor rant.
What?
Why are there protractors in this office?
I agree.
You do not need protractors in the vast majority of office jobs. Why are there protractors? sure.
Have you considered that maybe architects belong in hell?
Yes, they do. Indiana Jones.
Okay,
Donate if you're an
I'm gonna
architect.
shout this out because, like, he told me
If you agree.
Clay called me out for calling him out, so I'm gonna call him out because he called me out for calling him out. But when I ran any percent on GDQ Hotfix, there's a character that you talk to called Dr. Phil. And Clay,
Oh god, here we go.
Clay has said every single time, has said many times that he thinks that Dr. Phil deserves to be in hell. Chat, please voice your opinions in donations. Please let us know what you think down below.
Jackson, my bad. It's close enough. They're disturbing the peace of dead fossils, so...
Archaeology and architecture are not the same thing.
Also,
Whatever.
I do not think you can do the ladder from an office.
Alright, we had some cool
I
skips
mean,
here.
maybe it's buried under the office.
I'm gonna try to...
Yeah, if it's like 9 layers deep or something.
I'm gonna cut into actually talk about the game for a second. We have a cool skip coming up here.
What? No.
Or-
No game.
Where we had to like go up that scaffolding and stuff like that, and then we have one more skip coming up here. Also, shout out to some of the names on the IL leaderboard. I'm not gonna read some of them off because for obvious reasons, but some of them are really funny.
So
There is Microsoft
because you're mentioning
Excel,
this,
we
are you
can
gonna
talk
tell us
about
what the J
Microsoft
stands
Excel.
for?
Wait, what did you say?
What does the J stand for?
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna explain that. Anyhow, moving on.
If Jack can explain it in donations.
So we're on to our last level of this world. This is world's or chapter 6. So we are making our way through. We're more than halfway through the game already.
Whoa.
And we're gonna fall down here, and there we go. And this last part is kind of annoying. I really don't like this last part, going through these portals. All right, there we go. Nice, cool, awesome.
Try.
All right, so now we move on to.
What was the power that we just got?
Well, the power we got there was the portals. Or wait, actually, sorry, no, the power we got there was the seeing the pink stuff that kills you.
The ability to see pink, okay.
Yeah, the ability to see colors, yeah. So this chapter is my least favorite, mainly just because it's kind of boring. I know it may not seem like it because we're going really fast, but for me this is the most boring chapter because of the fact that they introduce these pillows and they basically send you on like a predestined path where the only thing we can really do to speed this up is to go into them with a lot of speed because they preserve your speed. So we make sure we do those really fast dashes at the start. Which actually, Clay, do you want to explain those? Because we haven't yet.
Yeah, but first I want to mention that those pillows are bounce pads, so this game is still Sonic.
Okay, cool. Do you want to actually explain the game now?
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of forget, but I believe it's like if you dash and shoot at the same time, something happens. Listen, my brain.
Yeah,
isn't
that's how you
working
basically
anymore.
get a
You're gonna have
huge
to do this.
boost forward, is by dashing and shooting at the same time. So if you see me looking down at the start of the level, that's typically what I'm doing.
Hehehe, I got him to explain it himself.
God dang it. Okay, you're fired. Actually, Sane, can you fire him?
People are always coming up to me and saying, "Oh, what are you gonna do? Fire me?" And I'm just like, I wish I.
No, I'm gonna send you to hell, actually. Oh, I got an ILPB there. Nice, cool.
Let's go.
That's always
Why
nice.
is this particular
I can fire Clay, by the way.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
There's problems.
That's all I was
No.
asking. Yeah, but-
I can't believe the entire VC was becoming the Yapinator and you got an ILPB. That is like massive props.
Literally, I picked 2 commentators who yapped the most, and then and also Limey got added as host, which means like it's just a bunch of yappingtons in here. So
Yep,
yeah,
Central.
oh, yeah. Also, I think this is like one of the hardest, like most underrated levels of the game. This is just really difficult to do fast.
Yeah, also those pillow hitboxes are like really weird. You kind of have to hit them in a specific angle.
Yeah, you have to hit them in like the middle, and they also like when you're going on the predestined path of the pillow, you can move right and left, so it can kill you really easily. So you have to watch out for that. Like right there. Oh, okay. All right, and last level of this chapter, and then we move on to the last 3 chapters of the game, and they are by far the hardest. And not only that, the last 3 chapters of the game, I like to call the intended Stratus Lava, because there's so many skips in all 3 of them that you're going to be seeing.
I'm sorry, there was just a book that just said hate in really big letters on it.
Yeah, it was there earlier too. It's the handbook.
It's the hate handbook.
Hate.
All right, so if you thought this game was fast, who's ready for this?
Portal 2.
They're Pop-Tarts, they're Pop-Tarts, they're Pop-Tarts.
They really do look like Pop-Tarts, and I will never unsee it, and I hate that.
Can't believe we're boosting.
Have they considered putting ice or whatever?
Wait, what'd you
Have
say?
they ever considered putting ice or whatever like on the the whole thing instead of just like on?
It's supposed to, they're called
I think
soda
it's becoming a
streams.
little
It's supposed to be soda.
Okay,
That's bull
but,
crap.
like, it's like icing only the top of the Pop-Tart, like only the top middle. But, like they can ice so much more of the Pop-Tart and be way better.
Also,
And they just don't.
when I said the
Yeah.
intended strat is lava, I mean it. We are going to Mars now, and we're gonna do this, and barely make it over here.
Oh my god, ice cream skip.
I told Clay the name of that skip, and he actually laughed in my face. It was crazy. It's borderline bullying. Anyhow, moving on.
Is this like the office party layer of hell?
Sure, let's go with that.
Because I relate.
This is the stomach of hell.
I do not like office parties.
I do not want
I
to be
like office
digested.
parties.
Okay,
I'm
please.
I like office parties when they bring in pizza and I get like a sliver.
Oh my
my
god,
favorite.
yes. Also, I like
Yes, that part's good.
I like how no one called out Clay for saying I do not like being digested. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Well, I think it's relatable, honestly,
I-
as a sentiment.
Also, something we didn't mention at all yet, by the way, is the fact that the lava or like the goo in each level is constantly rising. It hasn't come into play because I'm just kind of goated. But that it is a thing that would, if you're playing this game casually, it's actually like something difficult you have to watch out for. Also, just slide into the goal there.
I do not like that you called that goo.
What is it? Okay, like sriracha sauce? I don't know.
Ew, I hate that even more.
Okay, cool.
All I'm saying is, I want to circle back a little bit, like office lingo. I want to circle back a little bit to like Clay saying that he doesn't like being digested because like true.
Okay,
But I
where's
also
this
don't
going?
like. I also don't like
Yeah.
when there's a long period of time without anyone saying to type exclamation donate in the chat. So just.
Oh my god,
saying you can
true.
do that.
It'd be kind of quirky
Yeah.
if someone typed it right now.
If you
Type exclamation point donate.
Go rescue pet adoption center.
You guys should donate and,
And maybe you'll get invited to the office party if you.
Oh my god, the no
donate,
glyph is allowed
you know.
office party?
Oh,
That's huge.
yes, please donate to come to the office party. It's totally
And-
cool, and it's not located anywhere that will burn any layers of your skin off.
Exactly,
I've-
and you in your donation comment you can say what you're bringing to the office.
I don't know. I mean, Discord kind of burns some layers of my skin sometimes with their updates, but that's a story for another day.
I've got a more
That's
powerful
awful.
motivator. Donate or else you'll get digested by hell.
Okay, that we
I
cannot.
don't
We
know
we do not condone that message.
Who's we?
CMM is importantly not the host.
Yeah, that's true.
Chat. So right now, if you type in exclamation donate and start donating to Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center, you will not be digested by hell.
You know what the crazy?
Thank you,
You
Lemmy.
know what the scary thing is? Clay is a host in this event.
Yeah,
I was, yeah. I graduated.
I
I was gonna say you were a host like earlier, right? Like.
And that's a nice way of saying retired.
Oh my god.
I got fired.
Also,
Wow, Unk retired. Okay, likely place for him to be.
Okay.
so this is executive heaven. Of course, all the executives get to go to heaven. Meanwhile, the rest of us go to hell.
And you got the
There's also
Yeah,
some
if you have enough money, you
references
go
to,
heaven. That's triple.
Joey's previous fame, claim to fame.
Yeah, shout outs to
is-
Golf with Your Grandmother, the only game I run.
Yep.
This is pre-recorded and Clay did it actually.
Bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so good
Sorry,
at this.
I'm cheating. Sorry, SOC.
Yeah, that's why there's an ILPB.
Joke.
So the other thing I should mention. Never mind, I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind, just completely discard me.
Way to go.
The other thing I should mention is the
Oh,
thing
that's
I
my
forgot.
Splatoon New Game Plus runner.
That-
Hell yeah.
Well, yeah, let's not talk about like the other two runs I ran at GQ. Golf with Your Grandmother is the only one that matters. It's literally the only one that like anyone cared about.
I want to point out that like we're in hell right now, and like as this run has been going on, it just suddenly started like downpouring and like lightning here.
Yeah, actually, never mind. Now I know what I was going to mention. If you didn't think that this game was based off Neon White, whenever people get to this part of the game, they're like, okay, never mind, I see it.
Ah, jump.
Also,
Clay, sorry, I sent that your way because I didn't like how you were talking to on the stream.
Yeah, that's fair. I probably deserved it.
Yeah, I'm trying to
I
stop
probably
you.
deserved it.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're almost at the end of this world. I know it's been flying by. Like I said, pretty much every level has a skip in it in some form, which is really sick. So right there we go over there, nice. And then I think the only one that doesn't have a skip is this last one, or at least like a notable skip. This one we kind of just have to play normally. And then we move on to the final chapter, which is chapter 10, where we're actually going to be going back down to what kind of looks like the first chapter that we were in, but this time, you know, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, and we're going to have another new, you know, with 10 levels left to go, they throw one more mechanic at you, which is by pressing shift, you can stomp onto the ground. So now we have a fast way to go down as well.
You got the Sonic Stomp, you got the Sonic Wall Run, you got the Sonic Boosting. Yeah, you got Homing
Have
Attack.
you ever played Sonic Robo Blast 2? This might be what it's based off.
Oh my god, yes.
Is there time for a quick donation?
Yes, really quick.
Yeah, we have a $10 donation from Echo_Tree saying, 1 ticket to the office party. I'm bringing the Canadian Kit Kats and Disney movies, :3.
Thank you, Echo. Shout out to my girlfriend, who's literally on like social media for my run right now.
I want to point out that you said girlfriend and lightning strike 3 times.
Okay.
That's because I'm gay.
That's
gay.
wild. So, anyways, moving on.
Chandeliers are very deadly. Don't stand under them in horror movies.
That's true. Thank you, Clayton the MM. Once
It's like a loading screen advice thing.
Yeah.
It really is.
My loading screen advice would always be like the sarcastic ones, like shoot it until it dies. You know, like not technically useful, but not really.
This is the most unhinged group of people I could have gotten for this run, and I love it. Anyhow,
You have a gaming industry job. You can just do this.
That's true. I'm gonna suggest it to my boss, and
That
probably
uranium
say
mining
yes.
is safe by being like, uranium doesn't give you radiation poisoning, and that's true because it's the radon that it decomposes it.
See, I like that. I think we'll use that.
I love science.
also thank you for just yapping because I'm currently focusing. This is a very difficult way to end the run.
Yapping. That's my job.
Also, I'm gonna
I
give
like
a quick heads up, get like a 2-minute warning, less than that, like probably like a minute and like 10-second warning for time because it is coming up. We are almost onto level 100, and level 100 is very important for my boss over here because there's a skip in this called Satan Skip. No, I'm not joking.
That's mean. That is so mean. I just want to give you some light disciplinary action. You know?
What?
A little bit of,
What does that
course
mean?
correction on your work.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, time loss should be, like, you know, it should not be in the workplace. I'll say that.
Okay, can I, like,
Or I mean,
stop?
a
Excuse
raise,
me.
definitely. Come get your raise.
Okay, that's so dumb. I've literally never
You're
failed
fired.
this level before, and now I died on it twice. We're gaming. To be fair, though, this run has been really good, so I was in need of some time loss.
You need a performance review.
We need a performance review.
I think Joey has been fraudulent.
Why
Wage
am I
fraud.
actually failing on this level? So this is the hardest level in the game, if you can't tell. It's like one big 1-minute gauntlet, but I normally don't fail at it this much. Come on, man. Alright, so anyhow, the whole thing about this is that the lava will rise if you don't go through those rings, and that's what happened that one time there, so I do have to watch out for that.
Was Satan just doing a dance?
Kinda. He was kinda getting jiggy with it.
I hope. Yeah, he is. At least it's not a Fortnite dance.
He just starts
Forbid a
flossing.
white
I
boy
would never
catching
do
fire.
that. You have it on good authority. I would never do a Fortnite dance.
Yeah, Fortnite belongs in hell. And Roblox.
Alright, so here's Satan's skip coming up. We're
Roblox,
supposed to
like,
go
yeah.
around Satan here to get to the top, but we can just go up this pillar, and at the very top, we can hit it just like that, and then go here, and get ready on time. Time is going to be when it swaps to the screen, and... time. Alright. Cool.
GG's.
I That
GG.
wow, that would have
You're fine.
been like a mid 25 if I didn't mess up on the final level. That was really good, really solid run. But yeah, that was hell of an office. That, like I said, this game is really cool, very underrated. It flew under everybody's radar last year when it released, so I'm hoping to give it some more notoriety. I also submitted this game to SGDQ, and I'm really hoping this gets in, which we'll find out if it does or not on May 1st. But thank you, No Glitches Allowed, for having me on. Thank you, Clay and Saden and Limey for joining me and waffling with the best of them. Is there?
Like always.
I prefer
More waffle
pancakes.
than a house.
Do you just say you prefer pancakes? Get this. Anyhow, get this guy off here. Thanks for watching. Oh yeah, Odyssey is next. So yeah, be sure to get the donations in. And yeah, thanks for having me.
Also follow
Bye
Joey.
bye.
Oh yeah, follow me.
Yeah, please follow Joey. There's a shout out in chat, but please follow Joey. He deserves it.
Thank you.
Don't.
Okay. That's so rude, dude.
Yeah,
Okay, I think we're calling a wrap on this one.
and like Joey said, Mario Odyssey is gonna be coming up next, so we'll be back in just a few minutes. Maybe you'll get some more disembodied head talking to you, talking at you, talking generally, waffling. Who knows? During the break, who knows? Stick around. Hey chat, how's everyone? Hope you're doing good. That was a really fun run. I'm talking directly to you, by the way. You can respond in chat. I know that there's going to be a delay, but I still wanted to say hi. I wanted to check in on everyone, make sure that y'all are staying hydrated, eating little snacky poos and all that. I just want to shout out to everyone real quick that, it's Saturday. It's what, day 4? Hold on, Wednesday, Thursday. Day 4. I had to count. I'm sorry. Of No Glitches Allowed, but you are watching No Glitches Allowed 2025. I wanted to mention, if you wanted to see all the runs that are coming up, you can do exclamation schedule. If you want to donate to Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center, you can do exclamation donate in the chat. Just want to plug that because it's for a great cause. And if you, by some way, are actually not a native English speaker and you actually speak Japanese, you can go to twitch.tv/Japanese_restream or type exclamation Japanese in chat because they're restreaming this entire event. It's going to be great and fantastic. I'm a fan of watching Japanese restream because they have a bunch of culture stuff for RT in Japan and stuff that they do there, and I love just watching random runs that I do because it's always just They just like spam random stuff. It's awesome. It's great.